how to move to Norway this year in 2023 and also next year in 2024. This is exactly what I want to talk to you about in this video. Let's dive in. Do you dream to live in historic Bergen or in an isolated cottage overlooking the fjord? Moving to Norway is not really straightforward, but it's not as difficult as you might think either. Of the 5,370,000 people who are currently living in Norway, almost 15% of them were born in another country. The Norwegian Directorate of Immigration, or famously known UDI, is responsible for processing residence permit applications. The immigration process in Norway is broadly split into two major categories depending on your country of citizenship and settlement. If you're a citizen of any European country or you're coming from any European country you have a residentship with, your process of relocation to Norway will be much easier. Hi guys, I'm Anna. More than 10 years ago I moved from Russia to England, and after from England to Norway, spent there more than 3 years. Also I lived in Italy, in Malta. Currently I decided to stay in France for some time, but in a month's time I'm still going to Norway. So currently I live between 4 countries: the UK, France, Italy and Norway. So if you have any questions about your immigration or how to do similar process to what I accomplished, please let me know in the comments down below. And also if you feel like your case is specific and you would like to arrange a private consultation with me, all my details in the description to this video and I will be happy to consult you in private. But today let's talk about moving to Norway this year, also next year, and two different categories. First, if you're moving to Norway from any of European countries. After Norwegian population turned down twice the invitation to membership to become a part of the European Union during national referendums, Norway is not a part of the European Union, but the country maintains very close ties with the European community through its membership of European Economic Area. This ties together all the members of the European Union, along with Norway, Iceland and Liechtenstein, and they are all parts of European single market. Along with that coming a freedom of movement of goods and people, and also good people. Under this regulation, citizens of all other European countries have the rights to live and work in Norway. To stay beyond 3 months, attention, registration is strictly required. And this registration should be in one of following categories: employed, self-employed, a posted worker or a student. However, you're also able to register if you have enough money to support yourself while living in Norway. And now attention to all British citizens like myself. These rules regarding European citizens continue to apply for British citizens during the transition period through BREXIT, which was totally ended at the end of December, 31st of December 2020. After that date, all British citizens have to follow exactly the same rules as the rest of the world. Which brings us to our next point, and moving to Norway from the rest of the world. A very common misconception among those with Norwegian heritage is that their background entitles them to a residence or even citizenship in Norway, while there is a family immigration permit in Norway. This one is intended to reunite immediate family. For example, it allows a partner of someone who is holding a Norwegian work permit to join them in Norway, or for a foreigner to join their Norwegian partner, for example. However, some other conditions applicable here. The most common way though to move to Norway is through obtaining work permit. Typically it's given to some people with concrete job offer who hold higher or vocational education and of course meet minimum salary requirements. The offered salary must be at least 397,000 Norwegian krona, which is about $44,000 per year. But this is for jobs which require bachelor degree, and 428,800 Norwegian krona, which is about $58,000 per year, for those jobs that they require master degree. However, attention guys, if at the moment you don't have a concrete confirmed job offer, all skilled workers can be granted 6 months permit in order to seek work in Norway. Although these are harder to obtain, however, we do have some cases, and if this is your case and you want to relocate to Norway but you don't have a solid confirmed job offer just yet, please contact me directly via email and we can discuss your case specifically and how we can move you to Norway even before you got that concrete job offer. There are also specific categories of work permit for certain trades, including seafarers, offshore workers, sport athletes and coaches, ethnic cooks or past or religious teachers. You can also gain a self-employment permit, but it always requires a proof of likely income, which will be assessed by the local authorities. Our next chapter and Asylum in Norway. Norway still accepts Asylum applications of fearing persecution or inhumane treatment in their home country. However, the numbers applying for Asylum in Norway have fallen significantly, as regulations have been tightened since the European refugee crisis of 2015. Asylum can only be applied in Norway in person or in the Norwegian border. Another question I'm getting all the time: if you can be granted Norwegian citizenship or residentship through ancestry. No doubt, Norwegian citizenship is a very attractive proposition, especially as the dual citizenship is allowed. So, what are the rules of applying for Norwegian citizenship if your relatives are from Norway? Typical question I'm getting asked all the time. If my grandparents are Norwegians, can I become a Norwegian citizen and move to Norway? Several countries allow foreign nationals to become naturalized if they are connected to this country through ancestry, such as grandparents. Norway only allows the first generation born to Norwegian nationals to become citizens. This means that you will not be eligible for citizenship in Norway if you have a Norwegian grandparent or both Norwegian grandparents. And unfortunately, the same principle is applicable for other extended family members. So, what are the rules then? All children born to a Norwegian citizen before September the 1st, 2006 automatically become Norwegian citizens at birth. This rule applies regardless if the child was born abroad or the child's parents were married at the time. The rules of offspring before 2006 are slightly tighter. Those children who are born before that date, they are Norwegians from birth if their mother was Norwegian. They also become citizens if their father was Norwegian and married to the mother before the birth. If the father died before birth and was married to a mother at the time of his death. If the father was Norwegian but was not married to the mother, those under 18 can easily become Norwegian citizens by handing in a notification of Norwegian citizenship. This can be equally done from both inside Norway and abroad. But this rule will no longer exist when the last child was born after September the 1st turns 18. Those before 1979 are required to contact Norwegian Directorate of Immigration, UDI, as per Immigration's Directorate's advice. Well, if those rules are not applicable for your case, but you had a Norwegian parent when you were born, then you can apply for a residence permit. The residence permit requires at least one of your parents to be Norwegian when you were born, and you are required to have an income of at least 296,550 Norwegian krone. And this is on top of paying your application fee. Once you have this permit approved, it is possible to work towards becoming eligible for Norwegian citizenship through some other requirements, for example, national language skills, earnings, residence length, passing a citizenship exam and obtaining a police certificate. I know it might sound like a little bit too much information, but if it sounds like something closer to your specific case, you know exactly what to do. You can always ask me in the comment section down below or just approach me directly via email. It's here. Also, I will leave all my details in the description to this video. Let's schedule a private consultation together and I will guide you through obtaining residentship or citizenship in Norway. Thank you so much for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed this one and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye for now, guys. Bye.